Hello, this is Dr. Stanley Lang. Welcome to this broadcast, and the subject is prayer for healing. And the question is, if you knew that you would be healed of whatever your affliction is, physical, emotional, or otherwise, if you knew you'd be healed, would you seek prayer? And would you pray yourself for healing? The context for this series of videos is whole person health, health of body, mind, and spirit. And as you can see from this triangle, the foundation, as I conceive it, is spiritual health. And the reason that I think that it's foundational is because of the role of chronic stress in causing all disease or contributing to all disease, and the role of the spiritual disciplines of forgiveness and thankfulness in helping to mitigate the effects of chronic stress. In my experience, those two disciplines, those two habits, are more effective than anything else that we can do to decrease stress in our lives. There's a lot of other things we can do that I teach about, but those are the most foundational. But obviously, prayer is a spiritual discipline. Many people have almost no experience with prayer. Many people pray a lot every day. I happen to be blessed to work in a situation where I get to pray with my patients many times during the day. Most of the patients that I see want prayer, so I pray for them. And I do expect things to happen when I pray, and things do happen. Now, one of the things that I want to make clear from a Christian perspective, we only are, in a sense, channels of the love of God flowing through us. We have no power ourselves to bring healing to a person in any kind of a miraculous way. However, there are some purely human things that go on that do cause healing activation when we simply touch people. So this has been measured, and holding hands is a way that actually enhances the body's healing properties by decreasing the aforementioned chronic stress response. And so so simple things like touching somebody while you're praying for them, obviously there's some physical and natural stuff going on, but there's spiritual things that are unmeasurable going on also. Question is, how should you pray for somebody when you have the opportunity to? I think that we have lots and lots of opportunities to pray for people, and we miss them either because we're not thinking about it, or we're afraid to pray for people. And so I want to encourage you today to consider asking others that you know and meet, that you have some relationship with, whether you can pray for them and whether they would like prayer. They'll either tell you yes or no, and if they say yes, then that's an opportunity for you to pray with people. And what I've discovered is that is a tremendous blessing in my life, to be able to help somebody focus on God for a moment, and to rebalance their lives, and that I believe activates all sorts of healing properties in the body. And I'm also occasionally blessed by patients who ask if they can pray for me after I have prayed for them, and I am always very thankful for that, and I always experience tremendous blessing. And that happened today. A patient that I finished praying with asked how she could pray for me. She did, and I definitely experienced something in my own person as she was praying for me. So we have the opportunity to be the hands of Jesus by praying for people. And so I want to encourage you to do that, and to encourage you to accept prayer if somebody asks if they can pray for you. And to count it as a real blessing when somebody does say, "I'll be praying for you." This is not just a nicety of remembrance. It's actually activating powerful forces. There was research done many years ago that actually documented that patients in the intensive care unit who had a group of people praying for them remotely, they didn't even, and the people who were remotely praying for the intensive care unit patient didn't know the patient. So they didn't have a relationship of affection for the patient. But the patients that were prayed for by a group of people recovered faster with fewer complications than those that didn't. And it's surprising that we don't take advantage of this kind of research and have groups of prayer teams for everybody that's in the intensive care unit, for everybody that's in the hospital, but we don't. It's sad, but the power of prayer is very, very significant. I've seen many miracles over the years, and you will too as you pray more and more with people. I wish you well. God bless and have a great day.